Yes, people, long time no see. How are we? We're back. Where have I been? The last video was 4 weeks ago, mate. The last video was 4 weeks ago. The diet was coming to an end. I was going on my wee holiday where we're getting the hair transplant done. Well, this is what's been happening. The hair transplant, guys, has been done, mate. This is where we're at. Going to give you a big update. Everything that's happening. The bulk is now commencing. The diet has been done. I'm actually the leanest I've been now, just after the hair transplant surgery. So I got this on the 16th of April. I'm going to put a kind of wee photo on the screen of the kind of stages of the transplant. I am now on day 12, 13 of the recovery process. So I am buzzed, mate. I am fucking buzzed with how things are going, mate. As you can see, we've got the hairline back, we've got the thinning sorted, so it's good, bruv. We're back on the YouTube. We're back on. There's been nothing to document at the end of that diet there. Just the way things panned out. Just so busy with check-ins and work and whatever, and there wasn't much to update on. And I just didn't pick up the camera. And obviously, hair transplant. I was waiting for this to look better and healed before we picked up the camera. So I'm going to update you throughout today. I'm going to run you through what I'm up to, the recovery process, the new plans, training, my food, what an anabolics is going to be, how I'm going to run anabolics now that I've got my hair done, because does that not make your hair just go again? I'll let you all know. Right now, but we are currently bashing through some client check-ins. We're at the Missy's gaff right now. We're staying here for the next few weeks. And yes, people, what is good? So, updates. Apart from the hair looking alright. So we are back in the gym. We're back in the gym today for a little pump session. No fatigue, no 10 out of 10 reps, no training to failure. Just as an example, just imagine I was bench pressing 100 kilo for 8 reps and that was absolute failure. If that was a weight I was lifting, I would come in and do between maybe 60 to 70 kilo, 10, 12, loads of reps in the tank and just get some blood flow in there. So that is what training is going to be, just for the first week back. No exertion, no big bouts of fatigue, no heavy lifting, just moving the body, lifting some weight, getting a pump, like I was a wee guy again. So it is breakfast at the moment. Here we go, meal numero uno. We have got some, can I take the gimbal off? Yeah. Bacon, egg, oh shit, sourdough. This is hard to film when you're on the fucking DJI. Bacon, egg, sourdough, avocado. Let's go, pre-workout meal. Yeah, let's get about it. I have got pretty fucking tight, mate, over the last 12, 13 days of no training. I'm going to put a little photo on the screen here of my look as of this morning. This is how we looked this morning. Mate, my lowest weigh-in of the diet was obviously the last video you would have maybe watched before I took a wee 4-week hiatus there. The last weigh-in was like 202 pounds. I would get down to 201, 202, refeed, be back up at 204, 205, pull back down. So 201, 202 is where I was at. Went away on holiday with the missus. We had 5 days away in Salou and food was still pretty tight, activity was high, was still pretty lean. And then just after the hair transplant, I was 196 fucking pounds, mate. Bro, I've not been that weight since 2020, since my bodybuilding prep. My lowest weigh-in was 197, 196. A large part of that is not training. You know, when you're training, it's like a balloon, mate. Do you know what I mean? You blow up a balloon, that shit's filled with air. Think about that as your food, right? When you're eating and you're training, the muscle is like a balloon, it blows up. You don't train and the food's just not, it's got nowhere to get stored because I'm not in a surplus of food and the muscle just goes a little bit flaccid. So I've not took my weigh in for the past 2-3 days because I've been staying at my girlfriend's. So I'm going to see what I weigh. We've got scales now. I'm going to see what I weigh tomorrow morning and we'll go from there. Drugs are back in as well, which we'll talk through. But right now I'm going to sit back, sit down. It's been a while since I've YouTubed, mate. You can tell it's a bit awkward, innit? But I've got a head of hair. Come on, this will shed. So this is the current setup. The new hair that's been put in will start to shed and fall out, and then it will regrow and really start to grow with from the roots about month 3. So it looks good just now. It will look shit in a couple of weeks for like a month and a half, and then it will start to look good again. But anyway, I'm going to eat this and then we'll update you on the training setup, the goal, the drugs, the bulk, the timeline, what's happening. So yeah, POA, plan of action. What's the game plan? What we doing, mate? Let's actually. Where's my fucking phone, man? I am late recording this again. This is the next day, but it's what we do, mate. It's what we do. We're just so organised with everything. Food, training, the setup, everything you want to know. Let's run through it. So obviously I've been taking anabolics, and that's a big reason as to why. I don't think it's the root cause of why my hair kind of thinned and stuff over the years. I think I've mentioned this on like Instagram and stuff. And if you don't follow the IG, what the fuck you doing? Follow the IG, Instagram. Give it a follow, mate. Give it a follow. I'm updating everything on that as well. Stories, posts, fucking everything, DMs, mate. I'm in about it. But over the years, I started taking like TRT in 2021, July 2021. I was on TRT probably till Christmas time, till maybe January of 2022. And then my tests went up a little bit, I think. And then I done my first ever photo shoot, and my drugs were like 200 test, 200 primo. So 400 milligram of total within my first year, right? My hair was full, quiffed, whatever, it was fine. And then just as the years went on, using a little bit more, maybe got up to like maybe 900 milligram at most. That was the kind of most I ever got up to up until maybe like a year ago. Naturally, my hair started thinning a bit more, but a large reason why I think it was obviously the drugs played a role, but from a lifestyle standpoint, my supplementation was terrible. Right, I was not on the ball with taking supplements. My nutritional quality was AIDS, mate. Like I was still just complete. If it fits your macros, what I can have a fucking foot long Subway BMT with cheese and pepperoni. It fits in the calories, mate. One of them a day. Fucking McDonald's cheeseburgers every day if it fits in the calories. Maybe a little bit fucking overboard, right, me explaining that, but that was how I thought. Up until maybe like even up until 2023, man. Like a lot of my food was just bad processed shit. And I don't think that played a massive role. And I wasn't doing anything and being proactive at all with taking anything for hair, like maybe RUI or any sort of spray, any sort of caffeinated shampoo. I wasn't doing anything for it at all. So it got to a point where it was at its worst. So obviously, I'm still going to be continuously taking anabolics. I don't have a long amount of time left blasting and cruising. A couple of years, mate. Just get a bit more of a physique I want to build. I've got a bit more fun to have with this shit. Obviously, as I said in previous videos, do a prep first as well, a bodybuilding prep. That is on the agenda. So until I've done that, I'll still be utilising anabolics. What I will be doing differently this time, and what I have been doing for the last couple of years, is my nutritional quality is fucking ace, mate. You know, I'm talking 250 grams across the day of fruit, sometimes even 300 grams of fruit across the day. You know, 200 grams plus of veg across the day. Good quality meats, good quality carb sources. My supplementation is on the fucking money with my kidney support, my heart support, my all my on cycle support, oxidative stress management, things like CoQ10, liposomal glutathione, magnesium, D3, omegas. And then on top of that, man, from a hair health standpoint, now peptides are very much a big thing. I will be running GHK for the foreseeable, and that's going to have a massive, or has been shown to have a massive benefit on hair health and hair regenerative, all that kind of shit. Now I may be using a little bit of growth hormone, which I've never used before, and there is a little bit of a caveat to that potentially having an impact on hair as well. I think a lot of people have used growth hormone and have seen their hair actually thicken a lot, so potentially using that, but then also like some caffeinated shampoos. Going to be using, I can't remember the name, RU513444, whatever it's called. I'll put a screenshot up. Potentially using that as well, and obviously the medication, oral minoxidil from the hair transplant company. So a lot of things to be proactive with it. All right. Now, in terms of the current cycle moving forward, so obviously I've just been on 150 meg of tests for the past little bit, We have just closed the gap a little bit. So right now I'm at 250 tests and 100 milligrams of Primo. Just just since last week and this week, just to kind of close the gap until I get to the bulking cycle. And then as of the end of this week, at the weekend, I will just be going straight on to Blast. And I will be running 600 tests, 300 Primo. That is all I'm running. 600 tests. I much prefer a higher test. I think when I push my Primo up, or my DHT, when I push that up, that is when I notice potentially a little bit more thinning in the hair. So I feel a lot better as well from my test being higher and my second compound being a little bit lower. So test, Primo, and the only thing I may add in a little bit more is if I want to drive up the milligrams of anabolics, I'll probably do a little test bump up and I may use a little bit of NPP. Or I may use a little bit of Masteron. We'll see what pathway I want to go down. But that is what we'll be doing. From a food standpoint at the moment, mate, things are tight. We are just allowing the body, because drugs are now been put in for the last week or two, we're just going to let the drugs kind of saturate. We're going to let the drugs saturate, let the drugs work within the body, let them peak, let them plasmalize within the bloodstream. And they'll be taking effect now as I'm back training and doing some pump sessions. The body will slightly recomp. I'll likely get a little bit leaner, a little bit fuller. Metabolically, I'll be a lot more firing. So I may even drop weight. I may stay the same weight. I don't really see my weight going up. A full day of eating yesterday of more food. I think I've dropped weight, if not I feel leaner. My missus hasn't got scales to weigh myself, so I need to get some. So yeah, food at the moment is sitting at 300 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, and then 255 grams of protein. That will just be climbing up and up and up and up, but we're going to be keeping things very tight this off season in terms of the level of condition that I hold. I do think you might need to run a bit soft to some point in off seasons and bulks, but the leaner you stay, mate, the better you look, the more sensitive to nutrients you are, to insulin, nutrient partitioning, all that good shit. Now, in terms of the training split, I'm trying to get fucking jacked, mate, right? So the biggest part of the body I'm really trying to grow now is my arms, right? Everything in general, upper body annihilation. So at the moment, the training split is as follows, if it fucking loads. I am doing... So I don't train on Monday, I train Tuesday. That's my first day training. So we have got push and arms, right? Push and biceps, push and arms. I have then got legs, in which I also do arms at the start of the session, right? I have then got a pull session, and on the pull day, I do triceps with my pull, and then back to push, and then we do biceps with the push day, and then I do posterior, and I do arms on the push. I'm doing arms every session, mate. Volume a good bit lower because of the frequency. Operation, grow some massive fucking arms, mate. I'm very tall, I'm 6'3", mate, and I've always felt my arms are like fucking noodles, man. So big arms, drugs in place, let's get after it. Hair's gonna grow. It's looking good, bruv. So I thought I'd just come on here and give a little update of where things are at. Yesterday was in the gym and done a little bit of push, my first session, my push and arm session. Literally just 50-60% workload in terms of the weight I can handle. Just some blood flow, just a bit of a pump in there, and already the physique it came on so much more. I'll put a little bit of post-workout posing here of kind of how I was looking with a bit of a pump. So this is only going to look bigger, leaner, fuller over the next couple of months, which I'm buzzing for. And for some legs today, again, the same session as yesterday, just blood flow, nothing hard, nothing strenuous. And yeah, let's fucking run it. So, we're going to think of maybe a wee series. Mass, the massing phase. Grow, bulk, don't know, something, we'll get a name. Mass tempo, fuck knows, bro, but it's time to get jacked, mate. It's time to get jacked. So, thanks for the wee staying here for the update. Videos are back, the vlogs are back, all lifestyle, bodybuilding, training, all that good shit. If that's what you're into, subscribe. Have a good one. We'll chat in the next fucking video, which will probably be at the weekend. A wee weekend vlog maybe, man. Or maybe I vlog tomorrow. We'll see.